One more note, one more breath, one more go is all I get this time around. One more night to sing a song, see the light, dance along an empty floor I've come to know quite well. I've been lost underneath its spell, just for now, bidding you farewell. Dig my heels in, do my best, try to forget all the rest. Remember my good intentions. Caught up in the whirlwind of, forgot about my faith in love to make the whole thing disappear. I've been lost, the fog's begun to clear. Just for now, I'll patiently wait here. If every note is my last, light a fire, strike a match. Tomorrow comes, my voice is lost. At least I'll have had one more song.
멋있었어?
One more note, one more breath, one more go is all I get this time around. This time around. This time. This time around. with no thought of the ship coming in. 1, 2 feet back on dry land, and I'm ready to go out again. I long for the song in the air, giving me freedom, taking my care away. We go, away we go. Oh, my sweet darling, I'll follow the shore and the key. Oh, I'll find you if only love is real. I fought hurricanes and gales, mountains made of ice, our cathedrals in midair. 1, 2 ships to cross paths. For 7 lifetimes we meet at last. Away we go. We go. Oh, my sweet darling, I'll follow the shore and the key. Oh, I'll find you if only love is real. If only love is real.
Let's play the game that we both know. Gonna take these words and make them sing. I know a place on the edge of town. The whiskey and the wind are the only.
네.
Let's make like a tree, grow some roots, do all the things that old folks do.
어우,
I need you and you need me. What else
딱
will
초딩입만 진짜.
징이네. 와, 징이네.
I got a lot? Let's build a house upon a rock. Let's build a house upon a rock. Want someone to rely on a flag. Wanna drive on